Hi everyone, welcome to Sweet Pea Stitch Inspirations. My name is Sydney and today we are going to learn how to do the corner to corner V-stitch. Today's stitching I am going to show you how to do the increasing and decreasing. Now the decreasing portion is going to be more of the square form versus the rectangle form. And now the V-stitches themselves, you can either do half double crochets or double crochets. I'm going to be doing half a double crochets because I kind of like the look a little bit better. And the half double crochets won't be as holy as a double crochet V-stitch. So this would be wonderful for a very simple project for coasters, or even maybe a washcloth, something that's similar to that. So go ahead and grab your hooks and grab your yarn, and we can go ahead and get started on learning how to do the corner to corner V-stitch half double crochet. We are going to start by doing a chain of 4. So go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to go to that very first chain that we made at the beginning, and we are going to place either, if you're doing a double crochet V-stitch or a half double crochet V-stitch, I'm going to be doing a half double V-stitch. So I'm going to go into that very first stitch and place my half double crochet, chain 1, and place another half double crochet into that same space. So that's a half double crochet V-stitch. Now a double crochet, obviously you would do the exact same thing, but using double crochets instead. Now to chain up, if you are doing a double crochet, you will chain 3. If you are doing a half double crochet, you will chain 2. And if you haven't caught on to my terminology, I am using US terms. So go ahead and do your chains and then turn your work. We are going to, and this is where we are going to start increasing. We are going to skip that very first half double crochet, go into that chain 1 space and place your V-stitch. So again, a V-stitch is your half double crochet or double crochet, chain 1, and then either half double crochet or double crochet, all into the same space. Now once you have that made, that chain 3 space that we made at the beginning, we are going to go into that space and place our V-stitch into that chain 3 space. And that is how we are going to continue increasing. So again, go ahead and do your chain 2 or your chain 3 and turn your work. And we are going to go find that chain 1 space and place your V-stitch into that space. So again, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, all into the same space. And continue doing that in each of the chain 1 spaces that we have made. And once you have gotten to the end, you will have that chain 2 or that chain 3 space that we made for the previous row. We are going to do a V-stitch into that chain space. So that is how we are going to continue increasing. I'm going to work the increasing stitches with you once more. And then after that, you can continue working to the length that you need, and then we will go ahead and start the decreasings. So again, for the increasing stitches, we are going to do a chain of 2 or a chain of 3, depending if you are doing double crochet or half double crochet. And then go ahead and find that chain 1 space and place your V-stitch into that chain 1 space and continue placing a V-stitch in each chain 1 until you have made it to the end where that chain space that we made at the beginning, which is your chain 3 or your chain 2. And once you have made it to the end, you will also place a V-stitch in that chain 2 or that chain 3 space, which is what I am doing right now for my increasing stitches. So you will continue doing the increasing stitches until your desired length. And I'm going to do that off camera real quick, and then I will show you guys how to do a decreasing stitch. Once you have gotten to the point where you're ready to start decreasing, we are going to chain up 2. Again, that's depending on whether you're doing a double crochet or half double crochet. Go ahead and turn your work, and in that very first chain 1 space, we are going to place 1 half double crochet. And then until we get to the very last V-stitch, we are going to continue placing a V-stitch into each. So go ahead and place a V-stitch in each of your chain 1 spaces until you have gotten to that very last one, and that's where we are going to do a half double crochet or double crochet 2 together. Once you have made it to that very last V-stitch, we are going to start our half double crochet 2 together or our double crochet 2 together, whichever you're doing, into that chain 1 space, and then we are going to finish it off in that chain 2 or chain 3 space that we made at the beginning of the previous row. So go ahead and start off in that chain 1 space, our half double crochet 2 together, and then go ahead and go into the chain space and finish off our double crochet or half double crochet 2 together. Now that is going to be just for the first row. Now for the rest of our rows, we are going to go ahead and chain up 2, turn your work. If you need to, go ahead and place a stitch marker right here so that you know exactly where you need to stop decreasing at. That is perfectly fine. Now we are going to skip the half double crochet 2 together in that first half double crochet and go into that chain 1 space. Go ahead and place a V-stitch into that chain 1 space, and we are going to continue doing that until we get to the very last half double crochet or our V-stitch. Once you have gotten to the last full V-stitch, we are going to go ahead and start our 2 together into that chain 1 space, and then we are going to finish it off in that double crochet or half double crochet from the previous row, not in that chain space that we made in the half double crochet or double crochet. And if you need to go ahead and place a stitch marker here so that you know exactly where your last stitch was, that is perfectly fine. Now go ahead and chain up 2 or chain up 3, and that is how we are going to continue doing our decreases. So again, go ahead and skip that half double crochet 2 together, that first half double, and go into that chain 1 space. Place a V-stitch until you get to that very last V-stitch, and then you will do your decreasing stitches. So again, go into that chain 1 space, start your decreasing stitch, and then we are going to go into that chain space and finish off our decreasing stitch. So continue doing that until you get to the very last stitch, and then you should be able to just go ahead and cut your work and weave in your ends. I'm going to finish this off camera real quick. Now that you only have 1 stitch left that you need to decrease, you'll go ahead and make your chain stitches, turn your work, and we are going to start our decrease in that chain 1 space and finish that decreasing stitch in that chain space that we made from the previous row, and go ahead and finish that off. After you have got that completed, all you have left to do is cut your work and then weave in your ends, and that is it for the corner to corner V stitch and the square form, increasing and decreasing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can feel free to ask me in the comment section or even email me, which my email is down in the description box with all of my other links. But don't forget to give this video a like, share, comment, or subscribe. Go check out my other crocheting, knitting, and Tunisian crocheting tutorials if you would like to do so. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time.